back with more Buffy. This is episode 8 of season 6. Very excited to carry on with the season, see what's going to happen next, and see where we go from here. Last episode was incredible. Absolutely adored it. Quite possibly my favourite episode of the entire show. So unfortunate for this episode, I suppose, because it has to follow Once More with Feeling, but you know, I think it's still going to hold up because it's Buffy, and I still find enjoyment out of every single thing, no matter what. And for all I know, this could be even better. So, you know, it's a very unexpected kind of thing, unpredictable in that sense, and I'm really excited to see where they explore the revelations of the last episode, with everyone finding out that Buffy was in heaven, Buffy and Spike at the end. Holy shit. Tara found out that Willow used a spell to wipe her memory. I think Giles is toying up, you know, leaving or not leaving, stuff like that. Anya is singing about bunnies. Yeah, there's still a lot to kind of process, and it was a crazy, crazy episode, so I can't wait to explore the aftermath of that a bit more. I mean, if this is another musical, I will lose my shit, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Either way, I'm very, very excited to see what's going to happen next. So let's get into the next episode.
Can we talk?
Yes.
Vocal cord-wise, yes. With each other? No.
Now easy, boys. No need to get physical, eh? Mr. Spike.
This is the loan shark, isn't it? I've made this joke. Fuck.
I was so selfish.
Maybe we were. I just feel weird feeling bad that my friend's not dead. It's too mind-boggling.
Yeah, that's
So I
weird.
decided to simplify the whole thing.
I can fix it. I know a spell.
No. Oh,
No more
fuck.
spells.
God, what is wrong with you?
I'm gonna go get that phone. You probably don't hear it. High-pitched ring. You're like a dog.
There's nothing you can say.
Total eclipse of the heart.
How could you after what Glory did to me? Violate you.
Oh, man.
We're in a relationship. We are supposed to decide together. Okay. I realize
I love you, Willow, but I'm Team Tara on this.
I just want to help people. Maybe that's how it started, but you're helping yourself now, fixing things to your liking,
Yeah.
including me. I don't think this is gonna work. Hey. It is. It's working.
For you.
I won't do a single spell, I swear.
Yeah, okay. I believe you.
Go a week. Think we both need some, I don't know, space?
I know a spell that can make space.
Are you saying you're gonna leave me?
Oh.
I have to.
Oh, well, that's just mean.
I can't do this without you.
You can. That's why I'm
Oh.
going. As long as I stay, you will always turn to
That-
me if there's something
oh.
comes up that you feel that you can't handle.
I have passion
And I'll step
flashbacks.
in because you're not going to trust that until you're forced to stand alone.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Oh, God. Can we start singing again? You're gonna do a bloody spell or something, aren't you? Oh, my God. Willow!
For Buffy and Tara, this I char.
No!
Let least bramble.
Not a problem. The cold only makes me stronger and more macho-like. Glad you're here.
Tara and Anya doing the thumb wrestle.
You need to give me asylum.
I'll say.
No need to get cute.
Wasn't he wearing that in Restless on the swing?
Haven't
Oh. Oh, dear.
Well, no.
I'm so sorry for all.
I'm sorry. Everybody's sorry. I know that you guys are just trying to help. But it's too much. And I can't take it anymore. It's like I'm dying.
Oh. Oh, no. That's not good. Is everyone dead? That would be a turn.
Who are you people? Don't worry. Please don't hurt me. Oh, it's okay. I don't know anyone here either.
Oh no, they've all wiped them out. Oh no!
Maybe something magic happened.
Magic? Magic's all balderdash and chicane. I'm afraid we don't.
Oh god, this is going to explode when it goes back to normal.
British, don't I?
And a man.
We'll take care of each other.
We'll get our memory back and it'll
I
be
thought she's
like
still
a
kind of naturally drawn
Mary Poppins.
to Dawn.
Crust all stiff and up. Sodding, blimey, shagging, knickers, bollocks. Okay. I'm English.
Welcome to the Nancy tribe.
Older brother? Father. Oh. Oh, I must hate you. What did I do? That's obvious.
Hey,
Oh.
I saw you sleeping together.
Resting together.
look. It's okay. We're engaged.
Oh.
No.
Oh, great.
Willow. Funny name. I think it's pretty.
Same.
What do you got? Tara. And look, I'm a student at UC Sunnydale.
Me too. Hey, maybe we're study buddies.
I don't have a wallet.
You're Don. Or Umad.
I'm
Yep.
called Rupert Giles.
Made with care for Randy. Randy Giles? Why not just call me Horny Giles? I knew there was a reason.
Oh god.
Or maybe you go out with me.
Well, we did wake up all snuggly wuggly. Maybe you're my boyfriend.
Oh god.
After that, I got
Let's
one
not do this
stuff
again.
out there, so-
I'll name me Joan.
What?
Buffy was the last one to get a name, like isolated again.
Whatever, Umad. Boy, you're a boss. Do
Oh.
you think we're sisters?
You never showed me
Aw.
affection like that. I'd wager.
We need to figure out what's going on. We need to get
It's even in Restless, weren't
When
Giles and Spike kind of like father and son or something? Oh! Oh god, Buffy doesn't know she's a Slayer. Oh my god. Yeah! Slayer instincts.
Hey, stay away from Randy!
Yay!
What did you just do?
Should always be the Slayer.
I'm like a superhero or something. We need to go. Ready, Randy?
Ready, Joan.
Son,
Randy and Joan.
come here. Please.
Oh god.
Um,
That's actually really sweet. Oh my god.
Randy!
Hey, I'm a superhero too.
Oh boy.
Where are you going?
Oh Randy. Oh Randy.
as you recall, I too am a magic shop owner.
True.
What, you don't even...
Bara, Himble Gemination.
A good guy. On a mission of redemption. I help the helpless. I'm a vampire with a soul.
A vampire with a soul?
Not quite.
God, how lame is that?
Perhaps we should try another book.
Wow.
Come on, this way. Up the ladder.
I like that Tara's kind of taken charge of this group.
Come down and we'll go back.
Oh god.
Sensible.
What a great episode of Joan the Vampire Slayer. What is happening?
How are you? A little confused. I mean, I'm a little sweaty and trapped. No memory. Hiding in a pipe from a vampire.
And she thinks she's kind of gay.
And I think I'm kind of gay.
I had a feeling it was going to go there.
Oh, no wonder I'm leaving you.
What?
Oh no.
One-way ticket to London and out of this engagement.
All the nerve.
Oh my god, this is so much fun.
Look what you've done. That thing is going to be irate.
I'm savouring this because when this gets fixed, it's going to go to shit.
Don't leave me.
Oh,
No, 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 no. No! Oh, God. Oh.
Over here, big guy.
If you smash that, does that fix it? Alexander, like, just going for it. There we go. Oh.
Wish I could stay.
Oh. Well, bye, Shark Boy. Say hi to Lava Girl. You didn't even get like a proper goodbye. Oh, life is pain. Oh, I think she needs a wake-up call though, that's the thing. Oh, come on. Oh no, this is horrible. Oh! Okay, well, that's nice. That's something. Okay, that was a great episode. I really, really loved it. It was nice to get like kind of, for the most part, a comical, oh, Willow's spell's gone wrong again kind of thing. It had a lot of like something blue vibes to it, which I appreciated. And then obviously the last like 5 minutes just rip your heart and soul out, which is great. But to be expected at this point in time, after 6 seasons. But yeah, fantastic episode. I really, really loved this one. I like that it really was kind of a nice continuation of all the revelations in the last episode. You know, we had people discussing what it may have been like for Buffy. Willow trying in her own unique way, shall we say, to make it right, and that all going horribly wrong, and therefore affecting her relationship with Tara, which was already strained because Tara found out last time about Willow wiping her memory. And, then we had the whole Buffy and the Buffy and Spike thing. Oh man, this was a really, really fun, also very, very sad episode, but I think it's going to be very important moving forward to see what's going to happen next, and yeah, I can't wait to see. Every time now I'm just thinking, see where do we go from here, but I really am looking forward to that. I really liked the loan shark guy. I thought the design of him was pretty cool. I think maybe overusing it would have been a bit like, okay, maybe it's a bit too much, but I think they used him just the right amount. I really liked that design of it. Nice little throwback to Flooded in a way when I made that loan shark joke, but they literally did have a fucking loan shark. Little did I know, 4 episodes later. So that's kind of undermined that joke now, but never mind. I did like the idea. It's a nice little visual pun. And that was kind of more of a background thing to explore more fun character moments in who are these characters if they don't remember themselves. And we've gotten that to an extent with like Halloween, where they kind of lose the sense of themselves, but in that they became their costumes. They still kind of became a different identity that wasn't theirs. In this episode, it was kind of like their identities were completely wiped, and they really had to build from the ground up, and I really, really liked that, and the comedy that came with it, I thought that was really, really fun, really cool, and yeah, really funny moments with that. The whole Xander and Willow kind of thinking they're a couple, Giles and Anya thinking they were a couple and engaged, Giles and Spike thinking they were father and son, and then obviously Willow and Tara were kind of building up that kind of relationship again, Dawn having no fucking clue what was going on. But I liked that even without all of that, it was still a case of so many instincts still shone through. The fact that, you know, Buffy and Dawn still kind of worked out that they were sisters and they had that really natural bond. That just shows how tied and intrinsically linked they are to each other, which makes a lot of sense because, you know, Dawn was very much created to be a part of Buffy's life no matter what. And they have kind of the same blood. So I liked how they kind of figured that out. The Slayer instinct still kicked in when they needed to. Spike's vampire instincts and face and everything kicked in. And yeah, the attraction between Willow and Tara was, you know, very much there as well. So like there was some still things that could last even through the absence of memory. And I think it's kind of interesting in the fact that it was Willow taking Tara's memory before that caused this divide and these cracks between them in their relationship. And then in this episode, both of them losing their memories almost helped them build that relationship back up again. And their relationship was actually quite strong when they didn't know and didn't have their memories. And then getting the memories back, the absence of memories became a problem again. I thought that was really, really interesting. No matter what this episode with Willow and Tara, losing your memories was an issue even before the spell, which I think is very interesting. So I liked all of that and just the comedy that came with it. I've always liked Giles and Anya kind of interacting, and we got a lot of really fun stuff with them. I loved the fact that she kept summoning bunnies, and them just thinking they were together, and then they get their memories back just as they're kissing. That was very funny. I would love it if that's like never mentioned again, and we just, I'll never tell. That'd be really funny. So yeah, that was really, really good. I liked everything with that. I very much liked the setup for the start of the episode with them discussing what it was like for Buffy in heaven. Willow saying, you know, she was really selfish. I'm glad she kind of acknowledged that, but she's just got that, it's that fatal flaw. Magic. Yeah, it's definitely an addiction for her and a real problem. You know, she barely went any time at all without having to revert to magic again after she promised Tara a week. So yeah, I kind of figured that she was gonna use magic again very quickly, and I think hopefully Tara leaving her is kind of going to be a big wake up call. I don't think that's it for them. I think they'll work through it, but I think it's going to take a lot of time to build that trust up again. And I really liked Tara in this episode. Actually, I think she made a lot of really good, sensible, grounded points. I think Tara's the great moral compass. If they had a real moral dilemma, out of everyone in the Scoobies, I would probably ask Tara what she thought. I think I'd probably really value her opinion on things. I actually think it's very brave of her to call out the person she loves like that and to leave them, if that may be, for at least for now, what's best for them both. I really appreciated and respected that she would do that. I think this needs to be like a big wake-up call for Willow now. So I think Willow's going to start to improve now and work on herself, or I think it's going to get even worse. It's going to be one of those two things. It depends what direction the writers could take, but honestly I could see either or happening, so I'm looking forward to seeing which route they may go down with that. But I think Willow and Tara will work things out eventually. But that was really, really sad that she had to resort to doing this spell, because she's just so intrinsically believes that she's doing the right thing and she's helping people, and she doesn't really see the line between putting up some decorations or wiping someone's memory. She's like, oh, you know, it makes them happy, that's fine. But, you know, humans are a lot more complex than reading a spell from a book, you know? I don't think Willow's necessarily getting that, or maybe she doesn't want to, because Tara's very right, I think. She started out using magic to help people, you know, restoring Angel's soul and all of that jazz. But now, she has very much made that kind of turn. I don't think she's really acknowledged it or noticed it. She often does magic more for herself now. I really like that Tara kind of called her out on that. As much as I love Willow, you know, this is completely wrong of her to do these kind of things. And this is just kind of a spiral that really needs to be nipped at the bud now. And I really like Tara taking the initiative in that. And hopefully that's going to be a big wake-up call for her. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that story's playing out. I know some people aren't liking Willow currently in the current things because of her attitude and stuff, and I completely get that. But, you know, I think it's like anyone you love who gets addicted and falls off the wagon and stuff, they may sometimes, addiction makes you someone you're not. And you may not even recognise the person that you once loved or once really cared for, because that's what addiction does to you. And I kind of like that they're exploring that, and they're testing the boundaries of how far Willow can go before she's unrecognisable. You know, she is night and day from the Willow we first met in season 1. And I think she could be going down a catastrophic path. So I like that Tara's kind of taken action to stop that, and I think that shows how much Tara loves Willow, and the fact that Willow is doing these spells and everything to kind of keep the relationship great with Tara shows how much she loves her. But it's just, that's not how you do things. But that's kind of, Willow's always been go big or go home. And if she rushed to try and get she rushed to try and get Oz to accept her apology after Lover's Walk, and he was like, I need time, I need space, and that's exactly, Tara was telling her that as well in this episode. She needed space, and Willow's instinct is just do a spell, the whole Oz and Veruca nonsense. I'm going to do a spell to get revenge, or I need to wipe Xander's memory of us being all romantical. It's always been kind of impulsive for her, and I really don't think, for such a smart person, she does not think things through most of the time. I just wish she kind of did take a moment to think, but I think she likes the way magic makes her feel, and I think she spent so much of her life with people telling, like Cordelia telling her she was worthless and she was nothing, people just ignoring her, thinking she was just a nerd, writing her off, underestimating her. She had that for her entire life. Then she found magic, and I think it gave herself a sense of purpose, and she's like, I'm actually worth something now because I can do magic. I think she kind of sees it as, that's all I have. If I don't do magic, I'm worthless. I think that's how she sees it, so she's desperately clinging to it, and it has just become this all-consuming addiction for her, and it needs to be kept in check, and she needs to really rein that in before things go even worse. How many spells have gone wrong for her now at this point? But she keeps trying because, this time it will go fine. I think she likes to tell herself that she's learned from her mistakes, but she really hasn't. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where Willow's journey is going to take with this. Hopefully this is a big turning point for her, because I don't want her to kind of just lose a sense of herself. I don't want my cinnamon roll to not be Willow anymore. But I do think it's a fascinating journey that her character's gone down, and I can't wait to see where that's going to go. But I really did respect what Tara did in this episode, and her calm and collected behaviour. She raised her voice at some moments, but she didn't lose it and just shout and rage at her and throwing things around. She's very calm and collected. It's like, this is what's going wrong here. You don't get to decide what a good relationship is, and I really like that she just so gently and calmly called her out for it. And I hope she doesn't get punished for it. I think Dawn's just upset because obviously they're broken up and Tara's moving out. I think that's why she kind of ran off at the end. I don't think she's necessarily angry at Tara. If she is, I would take a bit of an issue with that, but I don't think that's what it is, at least not yet. And I'm excited to see who Willow and Tara are now separate, if they stay broken up for a little bit longer. Tara's, ever since she was introduced, she's very much been linked to Willow, so who is she without that? Who is she without that relationship as part of the Scoobies? She definitely still has a big role to play in things. So I'm looking forward to seeing who Tara might be independent now, and who Willow is without Tara to guide her, or without any kind of partner to guide her. I think that could be interesting to see, so I'm looking forward to how that all plays out. As heartbreaking and sad as it was, I think it is kind of necessary and makes for a good story, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with all of that. And yeah, Giles telling Buffy that he was leaving at the start, and then trying to tell everyone else. Buffy being like, you can't leave me. I love the callbacks to this episode. She's kind of saying, I can't do this on my own, I can't do this without you, which reminded me very much of Passion, when Giles kind of breaks down near the end after he attacks Angelus and everything. Willow's, I think I might be gay line from Doppelgangland. I love how they went back to that. I just had a feeling they were going there, especially with that lingering shot of Willow after her and Tara in close proximity. I was like, I think they're going to do the Doppelgangland line. So that was cool. I liked how they kind of did that. Spike being dressed the way he was in Restless. I'm pretty sure he wore that outfit in Restless. And even in that episode, I think him and Giles were on swings. And I think they were almost talking like father and son. I think I got that vibe. So I kind of like that happened again in this. Maybe that was a bit of foreshadowing there. It would make sense if he's wearing exactly the same outfit. And how they kind of set all these different things up with Willow wearing Xander's jacket because it was cold. And that allowed them to be quite confused when they all lost their memories. A very, very cool idea to kind of see these characters build themselves back up again. And I like how they continue to use that to show Buffy's isolation. in the fact that even if it wasn't the right name they found, like Randy in the jacket and stuff, everyone still kind of had something on them that gave them a name and identity. And Buffy didn't. She had to come up with her own name and find her own identity. I think that's very much been what the show's always been about. So I like how they kind of went about that, and the fact that Buffy was again isolated from everyone else, being the only one without a name, be it their true name or a name they found for themselves. She had to just make one out of thin air. And even when she did, Dawn was like, oh, that's an awful name. Nothing wrong with Joan. So I really like that. They're just continuing the theme of her kind of being a bit separate, and the fact that she was avoiding Spike as well. She didn't want to address that. Then at the end, boom. I think that was more so her feeling hurt that Giles is gone. She's like, who do I really lean on now? I think she could talk to Spike a lot, and she could also confide in Giles a lot ever since she came back to life. Since Giles had gone back to England, and I don't think we've seen the last of him, obviously. I would be very angry if we never see him again, especially because we didn't get like a final scene with him and Buffy like saying goodbye or something. Even if they didn't like fully make up for everything, even if Buffy didn't like forgive Giles for leaving or whatever, I wish we had gotten like a scene just before we saw Giles on the plane. But I'm not too that like mad about that, because you know I'm like 99% sure we're going to see Giles again at some point. So yeah, how that all played out, and the fact that Giles is gone, I think she's like, well, Spike's the only one I can maybe open up to and talk to now, even though everyone else knows. That might be even more of a reason for Buffy to push them away. I did like Willow trying to apologise for that in her own twisted sense. She did say sorry, but you know, she's immediately trying to fix it with magic, which she doesn't quite get is the wrong way to go about things. And just seeing how much this is affecting Buffy, and it's getting way too much for her and everything. I'm really enjoying that story with her, and I think she finds some comfort in Spike. I don't think she finds relief in him, I think she finds comfort in him. So I don't think like, oh, she's head over heels for him. That's not what it is at all. Even if the only emotion she can feel and the only kind of impulses in her body and feelings in her body she can feel are like sexual ones right now, I think she just wants to feel that, and that's what Spike's kind of offering. So I think that's why she's kind of being drawn to him right now, because they're kind of the two outcasts of the group at the minute. So I think that's kind of why this romance with them is kind of building up, but I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. I think I would like to see Buffy kind of get some genuine feelings for him. I think it could happen. I don't think it's out of the question entirely. I just don't think that's where she's at right now. But I'm looking forward to seeing where they go. And you know, they started the episode off with her like saving Spike's life, and the thing like being shot at him, she like threw him down after she said she'd never touch him again, and she had that same impulse to save him even when they didn't have their memories. So I think that's kind of telling that there must be maybe something there very deep down, and it only maybe came out truly then. And they say, oh, leave Randy alone, when she had no context and no memories. And the fact that Randy didn't feel like he had to bite Buffy, he didn't want to. I think that's very telling. So I'm looking forward to seeing them explore that relationship more. And yeah, just the spell going wrong was a lot of fun. Probably a lot of comedy, but also a lot of sadness, obviously, with the end. And I think this episode was very much about the two kind of ends of the spectrum, being holding on to things and letting go of things. Tara had to let go of Willow. Willow was still holding on to magic, and holding on to the idea that she can make things better with magic. Giles was kind of letting go of Buffy so she could be like more independent and free, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I think he's absolutely right, as awful as it is, and because she's in such a bad place right now, it seems like bad timing, but I think in the long run it's going to be good for her. Giles has made that terrible decision that's going to hurt him and Buffy, but it's one made out of love, which is exactly the same kind of thing that Tara's done with her and Willow. So I like that. And the fact that they paired Giles and Tara in a song in the last episode, and now they're acting in very similar manners in this episode, I don't think that's a coincidence. So I really like that kind of pairing with those two. And yeah, Spike was holding on to the idea that him and Buffy could have something after their kiss. He was very much wanting to talk about that. And then Buffy kind of tried to hold on to that idea as well in that final little sequence. So yeah, the idea of like holding on to things and also letting them go. Which one do you lean towards more? which is more appealing to you right now. I think that was a big thing in this episode that I really, really loved. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was so good. Really, really funny moments in there. Some great character stuff as always. I love that they really could explore the impact of the last episode. The Willow and Tara situation is kind of breaking my heart quite a bit, but I do think going forward it provides a very interesting story, and I think it's going to be good for Willow and Tara going forward. I'm very intrigued and excited about the Buffy and Spike thing. Can't wait to see that. Sad that Giles had to go, but I do understand both the behind the scenes reasons for it, and also I think the story reasons do make a lot of sense. They could have easily had an idea for him to stick around, but the fact that they couldn't, and Anthony Head wanted to spend more time away, I think they made a really good way of it making sense. That Buffy needs to just live her life now and take these responsibilities for herself, and not just fall back on another thing she's holding on to, kind of being the child. She doesn't want to be the one who has to make all these big decisions, but now she's going to. I'm looking forward to seeing that all play out and really see Buffy grow up even more than ever before. So yeah, I loved this episode. So good, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with the rest of the season now. Lots of very interesting stories being thrown around, and a lot of turmoil right now. That ending montage was very, very sad. I really like the song as well. But yeah, really love this episode a lot. Can't wait to see more of that. But my next Buffyverse reaction is going to be all Angel. So that'll be episode 7, 8 and 9 of Angel, I think, is the next cycle. So yeah, going back to Angel for a bit. But we did have an all Buffy cycle this time around, and some very, very good episodes, including this one, which was great. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.